On behalf of Chandigarh University, I welcome you all to today's webinar, where we all are exploring an exciting topic that is increasingly relevant in our fast-paced world: upskilling professional career through online education. I am Dr. Prerna Setia, your host for this insightful session. Whether you are considering a career change, aiming for a promotion, or simply looking to enhance your skills, today's discussion will be providing invaluable insight. Before we delve into our main topic, let me take a moment to introduce our esteemed speakers from industry and academia. Our first speaker today is Professor Dr. Suresh Joshi. Dr. Joshi has a PhD in Instructional Design and Technology from the Texas A&M, United States, and has been working in online education and helping institutions transforming the education culture with more than 3 decades of experience in teaching, learning, and technology, both in foreign and India. He is an instructional designer and education psychologist by profession and currently working as an executive director of Center for Distance and Online Education at Chandigarh University. Thank you so much for being with us today, Dr. Joshi. It is an
Yeah,
honor
thank you
to
so
have
much,
you.
Prerna. It is an honor for me to also, to meet all the panelists and to see so many, fabulous audience. Yep, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Ms. Sugam Dwivedi. She is AVP Barclays UK Process. With a wealth of experience in corporate, she has worked with top multinational companies like Genpact, Capital One, and RBS. Presently, she is handling the procurement and risk management division at Barclays and has been at the forefront of intersection between the professional development and online education. Thank you so much, Ms. Dwivedi, for sparing out time and connecting with us today. We are thrilled to have you here.
It's my honor to be here. Trust me.
Thank you, ma'am. Last, we have Mr. Dhawal Shah, a multifaceted professional with over 30 years of experience in developing and reviewing the business. He has worked with many multinational companies throughout his career in India and abroad. He has worked with top companies like Pidilite, Delihan Technologies, ATOS, and with the government of Dubai for their department Dubai World and Dubai Customs. He is a founder of Dattagami Company, a new age digital technology consulting process management service company. He has also started the education vertical under Dattagami to enable the industry to get the right skilled resources, thus bridging the gap between academia and industries. I thank you wholeheartedly, Mr. Shah,
Thank
and
you very,
welcome you as an expert to the webinar.
thank you very much. I'm honored.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, moving further, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on multiple podiums, and this webinar is streamed at various media platforms. And throughout the webinar, we want to hear from you. Please feel free to use the chat box to share your insights, ask questions. We will be dedicating the time at the end of Q&A session and look forward addressing as many as questions as possible. Now, we will begin by exploring the current landscape of online education and its impact on professional development. In a way, we will talk through the we will talk around the key benefits of upskilling a professional career through online education. I just want you to understand, and moving it further, let's start with the basic. I just want to understand from you, Dr. Joshi, how has the landscape of online education evolved in recent years to meet the need of the learners?
Okay. Thank you so much for this question, Prerna. This is this would be a good start, in fact, for today's webinar. To understand these nuances. So, excuse me. Basically, online education, has evolved and grown leaps and bounds in recent years, and COVID-19, has taught us to envision education from a different perspective, that nobody has thought of before, honestly. There are several aspects. But I would, mention, the prominent ones here, which are very, very useful and which are very, very relevant for today's world and as well as for the future ready learning perspectives. So the first and foremost, that landscape or the aspect of online education that is very important, that is increased accessibility and flexibility. So online education, ladies and gentlemen, has evolved, as you know, to become more accessible to the diverse range of learners. Wherever I sit, let us say, for example, I'm sitting here in my cabin right now, and you are sitting at your homes. So many of you, so we are connecting with each other. See, so that is a fabulous and accessibility, right? And at the same time, flexibility. If we record this lecture and if we have the capability to watch this at the later stage, that provides us the flexibility. See, so that is the beauty of advancements in technology, right? That helps us, to make that accessibility and flexibility. Number one. And number two, I would say diverse learning modalities are there. This very important aspect, ladies and gentlemen, from teacher as well as from learner, both the perspectives. So why I say that? I say that because, there is a shift from static text-based content to more of dynamic and interactive learning experiences, ladies and gentlemen. What has happened, in a couple of years, the whole world had changed. Now as a learner, I would like to see more of interactive materials on my screen, right? Just rather than having the text. And another thing is, learning management systems, which are called LMSs, those incorporate multimedia elements, simulations, virtual reality and gamification into the learning, right? So that's another aspect. So the third very important aspect would be, personalization and adaptive learning. See, so wherever we get the data with the help of artificial intelligence tools, right? So we can make this learning very, very personalized because I would know about the learners, what are their demographics, what are their learning styles, if I go a little deeper in that. So what I'm trying to say here is the use of adaptive technologies, that utilize algorithms to access individual progresses, preferences and strengths, allowing us for the personalized learning. And the fourth component, fourth very, very important aspect, global collaborative learning. You know, this is not a secret anymore right now around the world, ladies and gentlemen. So because, virtual classrooms, discussion forums, collaborative projects, it connects learners across the globe and, and from the different part of the world, right? And that makes the online education very, very beautiful and inclusive. And the last component that, as per my understanding, ladies and gentlemen, would be recognition and accreditation. So what is happening around the world? In the world, online education is almost recognized and accredited. But here in India, UGC has taken several steps in last couple of years after 2018, right, to make online education very, very recognized and accredited. So there were two aspects. Number one, whether they say it is equivalent to the online education to the conventional education or not. Now UGC has said that on a white paper, yes, it is equivalent to the conventional or traditional educational degree, right? Another thing is authenticity. They say, yes, it is very, very authentic, right? So what I would submit here is an online education, there has been a growing recognition of the and the legitimacy, of about the quality of online education and credentials, ladies and gentlemen, around the world. Many regulatory agencies such as UGC and NCERT, I would say AICT, not NCERT, please pardon me for that, provide recognition to OL degrees everywhere, right? They have a clear regulatory guidelines over the universities right now. So that is a kind of shift in societal attitudes towards recognizing, the values of online degree in the professional world, ladies and gentlemen. So what I would say finally is future of online education is very, very bright and it's up to you. You can make the best use of it. I see some participants have raised their hands. Please type in your questions, ladies and gentlemen. All the questions are welcome. We will answer all of them. And the team at the back end, those who are sitting there, they can compile those questions and just let us know at the end. We will talk about those questions. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks, Prerna. We can go ahead. Thank you.
I also add up to that. I will request our learners to please post the relevant questions in the Q&A so that our
No,
elite
that's okay.
teams
I mean,
can
every question is
answer.
relevant to
And
us. I
yes,
mean, but
yes,
it's okay. I mean, please have patience. We will respond to those. Okay.
yes,
Our
exactly.
teams are working on it. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Now, moving further, on this relevant topic, I would like to say many individuals may be new to online learning. So, Dhawal sir, in your opinion, what are the key benefits of upskilling through online education for professionals in today's competitive job market?
Thanks a lot. I think very relevant to my experience is what the question you have asked actually. So let me give little background. Basically, I am a hardcore technologist actually, and my entire career, I have did my an entire career into the Oracle, technology. Now, once I passed out from my, my graduation, basically, it is always that you have to, I mean, technology and the industry is so much changing today nowadays. You have to upskill yourself continuously in this industry as you will be irrelevant. And with AI coming up where, the low level jobs are disappearing, it is must that people should upgrade themselves. Okay. Now, people who are working, doing a job basically where they can are not able to give their time physically, I think this is the only platform where they are supposed to go and learn basically. So let me tell you, I did my OCP, which is Oracle Certified Professional, which are 5 papers basically. Now, this has been designed by Oracle US actually, correct? The people who has developed the product has designed this particular curriculum. Now, we will never be able to find this curriculum courses physically in any of the university in any of the world basically. Forget about India actually. So there's so much of a relevance of a technology is there basically where we cannot go away from the online learning. Now the beauty of India is now if you see with the new education policy which is coming up, Prerna, is it's a completely we are shifting from exam based and the result based what you call passing to a credit based what you call the credit based uh, degree basically, correct? So if you have a certain credit, suppose BTech required 160 credits basically. So now the UGC says or the NAP 2020 says that if you have a 50%, so compulsory 50% you have to attend the colleges and universities basically, but the remaining 50% credits you can get through online learning basically. The 60 credits you can take it from the university and 60 credits you can take it online basically, which are obvious approved by the AICT and UGC, obvious. So you can mix and match and you can take the degree basically. Now this is the flexibility which is coming up in today's world actually. Now, another beauty, let me also tell you with the AI coming up, like we have our own product called Let's Chat. Okay, now I see that Chandigarh University, I saw some students basically which are overseas, staying somewhere in their own country and learning from CU basically. Now, with the AI coming up, let me tell you, there is a, you know, while you are speaking basically within a delay of 2 to 3 seconds we can convert the complete the learning which the faculty is giving or the video is being streamlining getting streamed basically convert into 125 different languages in the world basically. Means you think that you are teaching it in English or Hindi and the person sitting in UAE listening into the Arabic basically, or somebody is listening into the Swahili, or somebody is listening to the German basically. See where we are going with the online education actually, So online education is must today. And the beauty again, as I told you, correct now, with the NAP 2020 actually, today, if you want to become a doctor, you have to compulsorily take the PCB basically, with the physics, chemistry, and biology, correct? But if you want, if you like, you are liking chemistry basically, but you don't want to be a doctor, okay, you wanted to be a say engineer actually, a computer engineer. The beauty is now that you can learn the chemistry basically, or you can learn the physics actually, take those courses online basically. If that university do not have it, take it online actually, take it as a credit basically, put it into your overall credit system basically, and you will be called major or minor basically into that particular subject actually. So let me tell you, Microsoft, AWS, Google, you name it basically, or the we have courses on investment banking. I'm sure Ms. Sugam will understand that we have an investment banker who makes a salary of 1 CR basically in a year. If I wanted to bring them to the university, it's impossible for him. I just cannot afford to bring them to the university to teach them the investment banking. Correct? We have such the higher end what you call not we I mean we all can have such higher end people who can really give their experience in the industry and teach to the students basically. So this is the benefit, and the benefit is tremendous. We just
Right.
if I keep on telling, it will go another hour actually.
Right.
But the crux is that you cannot go away from online learning. Online learning, India has grown a lot with the new LMS system, as Sir rightly said, with the 3D, with the 3D coming up, with the metaverse coming up. Basically, it is as good as you are sitting into the class, into the university, and you are learning basically. You understand that. Now, good thing is in online now you cannot cheat also. Because we have developed now the industry has developed a software where if you blink your eye also here and there, we come to know you're trying to do some cheating.
Yes.
We have gone
Yeah.
to that level, and that is why now the industry is accepting the online education degrees and the curriculum and the content as good as an offline content and curriculum basically. Yeah, that's from me, Brenda.
I completely agree to what you have added, sir. Online education enables you to learn at your own pace, customize your learning path, and access high quality education from the top institutions and experts around the globe. So, that has been rightly said by you, Shah sir. On that note, I'm very curious to know from you, Dr. Joshi, that are there specific strategy or resources available to support professional development in online education that help professionals navigate challenges associated with online education? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You can ask that question
Yeah,
again. Yeah.
I just asked that question again to you, Dr. Joshi.
Yeah.
On that
Mhm.
note, I'm very curious to know from you that are there specific strategies or resources available to support professional in navigating challenges associated with online education?
Yeah, I mean, oh wow. This question is basically, a kind of, amalgamation of two things here. So definitely there are several, for example, professional development programs, so these are specific strategies and resources, that help professionals, to navigate challenges, associated with online education. Ladies and gentlemen, how professional development programs help, PDPs, short form, can provide insights into effective online teaching strategies. That is from instructor point of view, right? And the use of technology in education, the methods to create engaging and interactive online learning environments, and the materials, of course, from instructor point of view. So similarly, when I go to, the student perspective, then I would call it, again, professional development environments, I can say. They can have online communities, right, where, and we provide the mentors to every 20-25 students, right? Okay, those communities basically can come together, like, and create some professional development environments. That's one thing. Another thing is, as I have already mentioned, learning management systems, and collaborative platforms and accessibility, inclusivity of all resources. So these three components basically help all professionals in navigating challenges associated with online education, right? And apart from these, tech support and troubleshooting. I will give you some examples of what we do here at Center for Distance and Online Education, ladies and gentlemen. We have created our own IBR system. Can you believe that? I mean, like, see, our own one of the own, faculty and associate directors, they have recorded their own voice. See, I mean, like, he has a beautiful voice, nice voice, and he recorded those all the question and answers. So this is the power of, like, online education, right? And the technology and tech support and troubleshooting that helps establish a reliable support system for technical issues as we do or from our student support system. So here I would connect very, very quickly to the, questions and to the participants. Ladies and gentlemen, you have several questions. We know that, right? Please shoot those questions to our, student support email IDs or to those, helpline numbers, all questions related to the courses and the syllabi and the programs, we will answer those questions there. Definitely, we will get back to you, right? Okay, so that's one example of tech support and troubleshooting. This is what I'm relating here. Okay, another thing, encourage students to seek help. If you need help, just raise your hand as you are doing here and ask for it. And the same thing, please go ahead and do in dialing that number also. We are available. Trust us, right? Or shoot us an email. It might be some delaying, right? But delaying is not denial, ladies and gentlemen. Trust us. We will get back to you. Write us again. We will get back to you. Okay. And make sure, they have access to resources that can help troubleshoot common technical challenges. We do have all the resources here, right? But we have a large volume of students. Okay. We try to cater everybody, right? But the thing is, sometimes might be out of 1,000, we miss one. Okay. So please cooperate with us. So we would really highly appreciate your cooperation. Okay. Another component, how navigating challenges associated with online education for the professionals, strong feedback system. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to tell you that we have a strong feedback system. We take feedback from the students, in the beginning as well as in the middle, at the end of all the semesters, right? And we don't just take the feedback; we work on it. We compile all the data. Trust us. If you want to see that data, we can show it to you, at any point of time, right? So that establishes a strong feedback system and a connection between a learner and the instructor and the institution itself, right? And other than that, it can help ensure a fair and efficient evaluation, ladies and gentlemen. We evaluate you, you evaluate us. Why not? You just let us know. If we are unfair, right? And last but not the least, time management and work-life balance, ladies and gentlemen. This goes to everybody. Develop effective time management strategies, because you have taken a big leap in your professional career. You all are lucky people because why you are lucky? Because you have your siblings, your families, awesome, fantabulous families. See, they support you to just continue your professional education, at this juncture of your professional career. So it means you are lucky guys, you're lucky people, and online education has given you that the opportunity. And since you are living in this era, ladies and gentlemen, era of technology, that's what you are lucky. See, so make the best use of that fortune, what I'm trying to say, right? And last thing, set clear boundaries for yourself, prioritize your tasks, and establish a routine. That's all. There might be several, but these are some of the key aspects that I thought, I'll just share with you. Yeah.
Yeah, as rightly said by you, Dr. Joshi, technology is the backbone for online education. And at Chandigarh University, we take care of all these aspects for our learners to grow. Moving further, as we know, with the plethora of online education available, Sugam ma'am, can you discuss the significance of networking and collaboration in online education platforms for professional growth?
See, after the experience I have, I would say networking is very helpful. Either it is online or offline. But because we are talking about the online education, I would say networking and collaboration in online education platform creates a dynamic ecosystem where professional can learn, grow, and advance their career by leveraging the collective knowledge and support from their peers. So how it works is like networking help you to get the diverse perspective. For example, when let's say like in a corporate, so we are always in a process where we do our BAU, but when it comes to a new project comes in, so whenever we get the new project, we always took people from different teams. Why we always took people from different teams? Because they all are bringing new different kind of experience, different kind of knowledge, different kind of background. Because our culture, our religion also plays a vital role in our thinking and our knowledge base. So whenever you work in a particular project, when the people coming from a diverse group, you are having exposure to different kind of brains at one minds, likewise mind at one point of time. For example, if we are sitting in a room, for example, and if I give book to all four people, like for example, if a four people sitting in a room and I give each book, each novel to everyone, and I will ask read the story and we'll discuss further. So how it works is, if you ask me to read the four book in a couple of days, I will not be able to read couple of days. But when all of us is reading different novels and we are sitting together and we are discussing, at same point of time we are able to understand the four different stories. How? Because each read one book and all are bringing the knowledge they have gained from that book to that similar table. That's how the networking and collaboration works in online education. When different people coming together working on the same project, or they are working in a similar goal. Like for example, if you're learning certain skills or certain course we are doing online, and people, someone must be from the college, someone is working, someone is experienced, someone is coming from the different country or the different part of the country. When they all sit together and they have a group discussion, or they have different projects or seminars where they can talk about it, definitely one, the knowledge which you can get from a book will be wider this time, because everyone have a different set of experience and different set of knowledge, which you only get when you network with different people. And I got a very good piece of advice in my career recently. So my super boss was taking just talking in a crowd, and she said that always invest in good people, you know always invest in good people, because you never know when someone could be your mentor. And you know what? Later, sooner or later, you will realize that mentorship or learning from your peers actually helps you then more than the book. Because book will restrict you to the one place and the one genre. But when you talk to people, you will get to know multiple things at one point of time. Same goes with the online education. When you come together, when you sit together on an online platform and get in touch with the different people, some are students, some are professionals, then definitely you're working towards your goal, but in a different pace now. So it is very helpful to have a network, and I would always like to the students. I will always suggest that always, find a good network skill where you can always develop you uh, in education term or in a career wise. Always invest in good people. Make your good network. That's all.
Yeah, that's very well said, Sugam ma'am, that networking is one of the key components when it comes to online education and as well as for the working professionals. And one of the most significant advantage of online education is the opportunity to connect and collaborate with a diverse community of learners from around the world. Engage actively in online forums, group discussions, and as you said, virtual study groups to exchange ideas, seek support, and expand your professional network. So, on that note, I know learners, you must be very intrigued by the discussion going. So, Dhawal sir, what do you foresee as the future landscape of professional development through online education?
Thank you very much. I think uh, as I mean, I just in my previous question also I said, when once you start a career, basically once you are away from your university and from your learning cycle, and once you land into the job, basically, it is must that one should continuously upgrade themselves, correct? Reskilling is must, basically. Upskilling and reskilling is must. So in case of upskilling, basically in a professional life, it is must that one should continuously do the learning. So as the example, let me tell you basically is that, today, you are a Java expert, basically, correct? But now the industry is looking for a person with a Python experience, actually. So you have to go and learn the Python, basically, correct? Now, if you're working in a bank, basically, you are a say, you're working on the front desk, basically, and doing the back end job, basically. But now, banks want that you learn the investment banking, basically, and there is some merger and acquisition coming up, and we want you more to learn about that. These are all are the courses curriculum which are available online, basically. and you have to go and you have to continuously learn them basically through the online portal actually, or the online mode of a learning basically. The professional has to go and learn online basically. That's the only way that you will be able to learn actually.
That is very rightly said, sir. That is the right way for the learners to for in the online education. And now I'm extremely interested in knowing from you, Dr. Joshi, sir, what are the primary advantages of upskilling through online education compared to the traditional methods that we have? Professor Dr. Suresh Joshi, sir, are you there? Okay, let's just wait for a moment for the sir to be here or to join. And as we are talking about online education here, and it is one of that areas and domains now AICTE and also UGC accredits the courses that are being provided online, and they have the similar power as we had in the traditional methods. Also, with online education, there is a lot that we are adding up and providing at Chandigarh University here. There are a lot of domains, streams, and specializations that we are offering so that the current market trends are being served as per the requirements. On that note, I request Dr. Joshi, and even repeat, what are the primary advantages of upskilling through online education compared to the traditional methods, sir? Okay.
Prerna might, sir, have some network issue, so
Yeah,
you
sure.
may have the question with another panelist
Okay,
till the
okay,
time he
okay,
joins.
okay. Yeah, right, rightly said. So we'll move further as there is a very interesting conversation going on here. So I know our learners are very intrigued, and there is a lot takeaway that we are having from our expert panelists here. So Sugam ma'am, from an industry perspective, in your opinion, how does the continuous learning contribute to enhanced job skills and productivity? Can you just put a light on this thing?
Yeah, so wonderful question actually, because in my opinion, the change is the only thing which is inevitable. And the one who haven't changed with the time or with the need of hour is someone who will be lacking behind, right? So continuous learning is one of the key to success these days because learning have to be because learning don't have any age bar. You can learn it at the any point of time and at any point of age. It allows individual to stay updated with the latest industry trends, technology, and best practices. And when it comes to productivity, continuous learning fosters innovation, creativity, and thinking out of the box, right? So when we talk about the continuous learning is it's like nowadays I feel like the people and the students are very lucky because they can learn anything with the ease of their comfort. Like right now sitting on in your bed at the night time, just check your phone and search anything and you can learn there. So online learning is like a boon to this generation. You don't have to get ready and get to the college all the time to learn something or get to the school or to any institution to learn, right? You can learn anything from anywhere, and there are certain software, certain artificial intelligence everywhere. Like anything you have to do, you have your phone and you can just do wonders by just having your phone in your hand and having a good connection. That I would add that having a good network is also important. But online learning is I would say boon. But everything is having a pros and cons. But here we will only talk about the pros. Uh, Overall, continuous learning does help people with the culture of improvement, adaptability, and innovation, which will definitely help anyone to grow in the field in the whatever they have decided for their future, like whatever goal they have set up for themselves, either in a career or in a personal or in education, anything. So I think that is all from my side. It is a wonderful thing nowadays to have the online education platform.
Yeah, very rightly said, Sugam ma'am, that with the online education today, that with just a click and help of technology, the learners can grab and from any place or any with just a click on the phone, they can learn a lot, and with the help of AI also. So things are easing up. For the learners and anybody who wants to grow professionally also, so this is something that will add up to their particular skills. Moving further, I would like to be aware, Dhaval sir, how can professionals tailor their online learning path to align with specific career goals? Dhaval sir,
Like,
your is on mute. That can you
so
just please
sorry,
unmute
so
it? No,
sorry,
no,
so sorry,
it's no issue.
so sorry.
That's perfect.
Go ahead. Can you repeat that question again?
Yeah, sure, sir, sure. Um, my question to you is, sir, how can professionals tailor their online learning paths to align with the specific career goals? How can they tailor their learning things and paths so that their career goals are aligned with that?
Got it. Very relevant question, basically. I think with the way the world is growing and way the technology is being innovated and are being coming up into our life, basically, one has to continuously upgrade himself or upskill himself, basically, or cross skill himself, actually, the rightly said. So as I told you, basically, a person is I'll take my own example, actually. Okay. When I was a developer, basically, I was an Oracle developer, actually, using C++, COBOL, and those Oracle forms and all these things, basically. And suddenly, once upon a time, the ERP concept came, basically. The ERP is the ready-made software available into the market where one can buy and you can start using it, actually. Now, that is a threat which I saw myself on my career, saying that if the ready-made software are coming into the industry, then my development experience or whatever experience I am having will become absolute into the market, actually. Now that is a time when I thought I should change my career to a different career, basically, which will go for years and years. And that is where from developer I become an administrator, and I learned an Oracle database, basically, and I changed my career from a developer to an administrator, basically. Now, when I started learning an Oracle, actually, I also came to know that Oracle is not the only database into the market. There are multiple databases. There's a Microsoft SQL Server, there is a Sybase, there's a DB2, there's a NoSQL, basically. There are multiple databases there into the industry, actually. And as and when we were implementing those ready-made software, basically, each software is a different databases. So only learning my Oracle databases was not sufficient for me to grow my career into the particular industry where I was working, especially in Dubai. And that is where when I started learning the multiple databases through the online curve. Now, Dubai is Dubai, correct? It is like you will not find classes and curriculum and universities where you can go and you can learn there, basically. So I just went, took some best of the curriculum and courses which is available online, and I upgraded myself, actually. So, as a carrier, one has to basically remain aligned to the industry, aligned to your career, else you will be absolute into the industry, basically, let me tell you. And one more thing I wanted to tell you, Prerna, today, people think year 60 is the age of retirement. Let me tell you, my aim when I was into my 25 26 years, basically, I have taken a goal to retire at the age of 45, basically. So when and I worked toward that side, let me tell you. And I retired at 45. I proudly said that I have retired at 45, basically, when I was 45. When I say retire, not retire from the job, basically, but retire from doing things that you're doing for somebody else, basically. You work for yourself, you work for your pleasure, you don't work for money, basically. This is where I say the retirement is should be there, basically. And let me tell you, this was the age when it was me, basically. Now the Gen Z, what we call them, they have a different challenges, actually, correct? They have to get retired at the age of 35, 40, basically. The reason is the salary that they get is too much. Let me tell you, this starts with a salary of 12 lakhs rupees, 15 lakhs rupees, 18 lakhs rupees basically. We started with what, 3,000 rupees a salary a month. Today students get 1 lakh rupees when they are freshers basically, and that 1 lakh can go to 25, I mean per month it can go to 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs. They can easily retire at the age of 35 to 40, provided they upskill themselves to a technology which is needed in the industry basically. So it is must that students has to upskill themselves in the area that they are expert in, or they have to change their career if they think that where they are, the career they are into is going to absolute into the future basically. So this is my take on how they should move their forward their career into basically.
Right.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shah sir. And I completely agree with what you said that upgrading is very mandatory. And when it comes to specifically when we talk about the online education, there are numerous advantages of it, revolutionizing the education in diverse ways. And one of the key benefits are flexibility, allowing individuals to pursue education in their own pace and in their own comfort zone. And as you rightly said, age is just a number, sir. So one should be like keep growing and keep working for it. On that note, Dr. Joshi has also joined us. Welcome back,
Yeah.
sir. And there was so much interesting
Thank you.
questions going on at your back, and there were a
Right.
lot of
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
interesting conversations that we had, and I'm sure learners must have got a lot from it.
Right.
So there would be a question that I would like to ask you, Dr. Joshi, as you have joined us, that
Mhm.
what are the primary advantages of upskilling through online education compared to the traditional methods that we have?
Fantastic question, and the question very close to my heart. And please pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. I was just kicked out of the meeting. I don't know how. So I thought I'm just seeing you all and I'm listening to everybody. But later on, quickly I realized that I'm not there. So now I just came back again. So advantages of upskilling. Upskilling means the life. Stagnancy is the death, professional death. See, I take it in that way. So now, in terms of very, very sophisticated language, I would say, getting used to the self-paced learning. Self-paced means to say that whether you learn it in online mode, whether you learn it in on offline mode, anywhere. I mean, just set some targets for yourself. That you learn at your own. Let us say, for example, I want to learn riding a bike. It's also a target. See, so the thing is, I learn it at my own pace. I do not go into the rush. If I go to the rush, I'll just hit the bike somewhere. See, the same thing goes for the learning also, right? So why do you want to upskill yourself? Because the thing is, when you do your self-paced learning, then that is the best upskilling for yourself. And in online education, that's the benefit. You go by self-paced learning, right? And you choose your from the diverse course offerings. There are so many course offerings. You can choose from any of those, and all of them are accredited. Somebody was writing in the chat, are these accredited? Yes, these are accredited courses from the UGC as well as from AICT, ladies and gentlemen. And we have already spoken about, our two other experts, have already spoken about so many nice things. So, accessibility, flexibility, and kind of, upgradation of yourself. In addition to those things, I would say cost effectiveness is another thing. You don't have to go and live on the campus, right? You can learn while earning, right? You're working somewhere, you can just get enrolled for a degree, right? And another thing, ladies and gentlemen, online education allows you to have global networking opportunities, right? When you meet somebody, in your class from the other part of the world, that's networking, right? It is up to you how you grow that network, right? And another thing, you exposed to so many interactive learning tools, new technologies, new age technologies, future ready technologies, future ready, learnings. So you connect with those because you hear so many people from here and there and from the instructors, right? You hear new things, then you learn new things. And you get to learn the demonstrative skills or demonstrable skills, I would say, skill-based education, right? So online education, they tells you about what is happening in the market right now. right? So that is another advantage of online education over the conventional education, right? Okay, and another thing, work-life balance. You must have heard about that, right? So here I would make a little bit tweak in that. I would say work education balance. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be a new terminology for all of us, right? We need to learn to make a balance between work and education, right? That will give you a right and fruitful professional career. And last but not the least, recognition by the employers, appraisals, promotions. These all things are associated with online education, right? And top of everything, ladies and gentlemen, there is a saying in English. I mean, nobody said it though. I feel like I said it some time back. I mean, Anyway, the saying is develop belongingness to what you do, right? Okay, it means find your own circus. Then you will find your own monkeys, and vice versa. So what does that mean? Finding your own circus and your own monkeys means, if I am at a wrong course, if I am doing something that I don't want to do or cannot do, that's not my circus. So I would recommend all the students, all the learners, all the professionals here is, just find your own circus, the right fit circus, right? And online education provides you that opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to find your own circus, right? And once you find your own circus, you will feel more enriched, more empowered, and more fulfilling. That's all I have to say.
That was very well said, Dr. Joshi. And as we can say right now, that online education is something that will give you that boost and upskill your professional growth with this. And as I must say, it was such an interesting session. And before we close, I would like our experts to answer some of the questions provided in the chat box from our learners. Let me just take the chat box for that.
Yeah.
So just to help Prerna, I have noted down few of the good questions
Yeah,
Sure,
asked
please.
sure,
by
Please.
the.
sir.
Yeah, yeah. So there is a one interesting question asked with Sugam ma'am. Ma'am, being from a plain commerce background, currently pursuing online MBA, I feel fall back as nowadays. It can be seen that there is a max opportunities in data science and business analytics, which I think is advantageous to people with core tech background. Sugam ma'am, answer from
Okay.
your side.
Okay. See, first of all, we should not restrict ourselves to a certain line of learning, right? So even I am from a commerce background. I just started my career with a BCom degree, right? But later on, I completed my MBA. That is from the online platform, and later on, I got the different opportunities to learn and grow. Data science is something I'm looking into, but for that, I don't have to stick myself. Don't have to restrict myself that I am not from the tech background. Data is not technology. Data is everywhere. Like if your mother is making, list of all the expenses she did in that particular month out of the pay or out of the father's salary, that is also a data. And just using that data effectively is data management or data science. Doesn't matter whether you're from the commerce background or from your doctorate or you are a medical student. Data science is something which is going to help you everywhere. So if you're looking for your career or you want to grow your knowledge into data science, go for it. This is the high time. You won't believe how much they are paying you for just for the data scientist or the data analytics degree or knowledge if you have. So for the higher packages or for the just expanding your horizon in the international domain also, not within India, outside India also, if you want to expand your career or you want to look for a job opportunity, have this degree as soon as possible, I would suggest.
So thank you, ma'am. Sir, Dhawal sir, I have a very interesting another question. Will our online study affect the job opportunities? And even when we have relevant skills, things take a backseat once we mention that we have studied the course online. So people have a different apprehension. It means employer have the different apprehension about the online courses.
Again, So this is where Chandigarh University comes into the picture. Okay. Come and my only answer, please come and join those online courses. The Chandigarh University will be recognized by the people who is going to hire you actually. Okay. But if you go to any mom and shop basically and you say, oh, look, I have done a data science, which is 3 months course. Data science, you require at least minimum 4 years to become a data scientist, to learn the data science technology basically. You cannot learn a data science in 3 months or 6 months basically. Okay, I mean it is impossible. You will be just learning the overview of the things basically, and people who are sitting, the HR, the technical people like me who takes the interview, we know okay, in 6 months you cannot become a data scientist. So don't be lie basically to what you have done it. Okay, just to get the job, you are doing some courses which is 500 rupees Udemy course basically. It is not recognized, let me tell you. So stop doing that basically. There are good courses available online which is recognized by the HRs and by the people like me who take an interview. If you go and take a course from Chandigarh University, yes, I have taken a course from Chandigarh University. I know basically there's a examination pattern, and there is a pedagogy of the deliverables behind it. There's a quality behind it. I don't mind hiring a person basically who has done a courses from Chandigarh University. So,
Thank you,
sir,
sir. Thank you so much for
yeah,
this
yeah.
moderate
So,
answer. Yeah. So there are so many questions. I'll take one more at last, and the rest of the questions will definitely answer through email or through chat in the chat box only. So Joshi sir, here is a one good, interesting question again. Uh,
Yeah.
the student said, "Hi, Gitika Sood is here. I'm running an institute on my own and working hard for it, and I completely agree with the benefits of digital education. Being a teen working student, I feel exhausted at the end of the day, and attending classes got difficult to manage. I would be grateful if classes could be managed in evening."
Yeah, definitely. I think, see, we are working on that. And honestly, this time we will give you the full flexibility to choose the classes from. We are going to have two kinds of slots, Ritika, during the weekends and as well as during the weekdays, right? And in the, during the day hours or towards the evening also. Definitely, you will have the opportunity to choose from the classes during the weekends as well as in the evening times. Don't worry about that.
Thank you so much, sir. I think we have been answered very well
Okay,
for all the
so
questions, and we
yeah,
have
and
so many questions in the chat
so
box. But
quickly,
as the
yeah,
time has reached
yeah,
to 8, and I would request to Dr.
yeah,
Prerna
one,
and
yeah,
end up the
one
session
question.
with the
Yeah,
concluding notes by every expert members.
uh, Dr. Vinay, I mean, there was a question that I saw, how to stay motivated and engaged in online classes. Can I answer this question very quickly, in 30
Yes, sure,
seconds,
sir.
if you allow? Yeah. So, stay motivated and engaged, engagement is our job. Trust us. We will help you get engaged with the classrooms, right? And motivation, that's something, then you need to think in your brain, ladies and gentlemen, right? Okay, the thing is, since you are getting into this degree to upskill yourself, then time to time, just keep giving those, messages to your brain and, mix it with some dopamine component, the happiness component, happiness hormone in your brain, and mix both of them together and just keep feeding to your brain to time that you will be sitting tomorrow at the place of Miss Dwivedi or Mr. Shah. See, the people, they have traveled a long distance to reach to this top, this height. See, so as we are listening to their stories today, like Mr. Shah said, like see how he, I mean, grown up in his own professional career. We can see Miss Divedi. I mean, see how much confident she is right now. I mean, like in what she's saying, and how much conviction she has in what they are expressing right now. So to reach to these levels, ladies and gentlemen, you need to just give that message to your brain every time. That is your motivation. That will motivate you. Okay. Thank you so much for your
sir,
questions.
sir, sir, to
And yeah, we
answer,
can.
sir,
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
answer,
Yes,
to
sure.
to to continue what you said, sir. When you are doing, when you are on Instagram, when you're on Facebook, or when you're watching a movie on a laptop or on a mobile, basically, how do you concentrate yourself? I mean, it is all about brain, correct? I mean, I'm enjoying. So you have to enjoy what you are doing it basically. Once you enjoy, once you know that my career is attached to what I am learning, basically, automatically those things will come up into your
Right,
learning and this thing also.
right. And there is always some pain to get some gain, right? In life. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Prerna,
Right,
over to you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must say it was a very interesting session with the distinguished panelists and speakers that we have. As we are towards the end now, I know time is one constraint that we have to end this. So, as we are towards the end, so I would request Dr. Joshi for the closing remarks and also my other panelists one by one for the closing remarks for this webinar. So, over to you, Dr. Joshi.
The only remark that I have, you know, keep motivating yourself. Find the right circus for yourself. Right circus, right course, you are with your spouses, right? Then find, like-minded people, at the workplace, as well as, in your surroundings, right? Once you find the like-minded people, you are surrounded by the right people, good people, godly people, then you are in good hands. That's the only, advice I can provide. Rest of the world is yours.
Thank you so much, sir. And last message from you, Dwivedi ma'am.
I would really like to thank the Chandigarh University to give me the opportunity to connect with the, like-minded people and the students at one point of time. But I would like to say that online education is really something which is revolutionary these days. If you get the chance, grab it, use it, and make the best benefit out of it. But most importantly, which I have learned in these years, is everything falls in places when you have a happy heart and mind. So be happy first, and then focus what you are doing, and then you can find the synergy effect. Things will multiply eventually. So stay happy and stay focused in what you're doing. That's what from my side. Thank you.
That was really motivating, ma'am, and really happy to hear from you. Last and the most best, Dhawal sir, can we have the message from you also?
I would say that each and every person should keep these three words in front of them, basically, wherever they are sitting, looking to it, skill, reskill, upskill. Simple. And make your life. These are the three words that you should put it into your mind, put it wherever you are, continuously keep on seeing it and action on it basically, and you are there in your career basically.
Very well said, sir. And as we conclude our webinar today, I want to express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed speakers, Dr. Joshi sir, Sugam ma'am, and Dhawal sir, for sharing your valuable insights on upskilling professional career through online education. I would also like to thank Dr. Gurpreet and Dr. Vinay for always extending their support and making this webinar so possible for all of us here. Remember, the power to upskill and advance your professional career lies within your reach. With dedication, perseverance, and right resources, you can achieve your career aspirations and unlock new opportunities for growth and success. Before we end our discussion, let us acknowledge the transformative power of online education with the accessibility and flexibility that online courses offer. Professionals like yourselves can acquire new skills and knowledge conveniently, regardless of your location or schedule constraint. Thank you once again for being a part for this insightful discussion. I, Dr. Prerna Setia, wish you all the best in your journey of lifelong learning for professional development. For any further query, please visit Chandigarh University website or call us at helpline number provided in the chat box. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night. Yeah.
Have a good night.
Bye
Bye, sir. Bye, sir.
bye. Good night.
Bye, sir. Bye.
Good night.
The participants can leave now. Thank you so much, everyone.